Namaste everybody, welcome to the YogaCandi YouTube channel. My name's Candace and today I have a lovely quick flow for you. So it's an all levels class, you need no props, you can have them if you want them. And it's a flow that you can just do any time of the day, any time from the morning to early evening, but don't do it before bed because it may energize your body a bit. But of course early evening before you have your dinner or something like that. So I hope you enjoy the class and you find it a really good one to fit in when you're just a little more strapped for time. So we're going to begin hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch, tucking the chin and the tailbone. 3 more just like this. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch. 2 more. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch. 1 more. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, arch. On this arch, keep holding it and start to move forwards. You'll feel more of a stretch through the back of the shoulders. And then rock back and just keep rocking. And then send your hips into the sky for downward facing dog. Feet around hip distance, hands around shoulder distance. Drop your head, suck your belly button back. Stretching through the hamstrings. You may want to walk your dog by bending and straightening through the legs. If your heels don't touch the ground, that may come with time, but don't worry, don't let that be your focus. Just focus on the sensations of the body and keeping the breath nice and deep in and out of the nose. Now take a slow walk to between the hands at the top of the mat. Bring your big toes together, heels a bit apart. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, hang heavy. Hold on to each elbow and just hang heavy here for a moment. Straighten or bend the knees as much as you need. And now roll the spine all the way to standing. Inhale, hands reach to the sky, look up. Draw your hands out into a T shape. Lock your elbows, palms face away from you, fingers to the sky. Start to roll your neck and you'll feel a stretch through the shoulders all the way down to the fingertips. Just keep on rolling the head, feeling through that stretch. And then as you're rolling the head, start to slowly lower the arms, bringing them all the way to against the body with the fingers facing away, so your hands are still engaged. Almost like you're standing like a penguin. And then roll your wrists. Let's start to find some balance. Come onto your right foot, hug your left knee towards your body. You can hold on to that knee if you need it for stability, or use the hip flexors by just holding it close to your body, hands in prayer. Look at something that's not moving. So just keep your leg lifted, or of course if you're intermediate, feel free to straighten. Squeezing the glutes. Now wrap this left leg On top of the right, either once or twice for your eagle legs. Don't worry if you fall out of it, come back straight in if you do. And now cross the right arm on top of the left, either once or twice. And deliberately push your elbows away from your body and up towards the sky. And you'll feel a delicious stretch behind the shoulders. Hug your belly button back and breathe deep here. Now slowly unwrap that leg and your arms. Extend your arms out into a T. If you can, straighten the leg just for a second. And then take a big step behind you into a high lunge. So you want your hips facing forwards, bend into the front knee, squeezing the glutes. Hands come to the sky. And then very slowly start to drop the back knee to the ground. In for a low lunge. Let your hips sink low. Keeping those hips facing forwards. If you can, maybe place your fingertips either side of the front foot. And then perhaps start to straighten the front leg into your half split, half Hanumanasana pose. You can bend the front leg as much as needed. Coming back into your low lunge, lift your hands to the sky and use the power of your legs to come back up into your high lunge. Now open the hips. Open the arms. So we're coming into our warrior two. Sink low into the front leg. Back leg is straight and the back foot 90-degree angle to the back of the mat. Straighten the front leg. Take the hand to the knee, to the shin or to the floor in triangle pose. Hug your belly button back and look to the sky. Try to keep these hips nice and open. Stretching through the inside thigh of the right leg, and you'll feel this lovely stretch through the hip and the lower back. Start to bend into the front knee, coming back to your warrior two. Face forwards for your high lunge, hips are squared. Plant your hands on the ground into a runner's lunge, and then step your foot back to a plank and find a rocking motion backwards and forwards. From here, take your knees to the ground, nice and slow, chaturanga. Bending the elbows, keeping it close to the body. Come all the way to the chest. Inhale for cobra, lifting the chest off the ground. Exhale down. Send your hips up and back. For your downward facing dog, 3 deep breaths. Now slowly start to walk your feet between your hands once again. Fold forward. Inhale, lift, halfway lift, look forwards. Place your hands on your shins and then fold a little deeper. Roll your spine all the way to standing, hands touch above your head. Same thing on the other side, so slowly take your balance to your left leg and lift your right leg to your chest, either holding it just like that or you might want to hold the knee. If you can, use the strength of your hip flexors to hold it close to your body. If you'd like, you can straighten the leg every now and then bend, play around with that hip flexor strength. With time it will come. And now crossing that right leg on top of the left, either just once or twice if it's possible and in your practice. Now wrap the left arm on top of the right, either once or twice for your eagle arms. Mindfully try to pull those shoulder blades apart, concentrating on that lovely stretch behind the shoulders. Squeeze the legs nice and tight together. Sink a little lower into your seat if you can. If you fall out, come back in. Now slowly start to release it all. Open your arms into a T. Hug your knee towards your chest. If you can, straighten just for a second. And then step back to your high lunge. Hips face forwards, hands to the sky. Back leg is straight, front leg is bent at a 90-degree angle. Slowly come down to the back knee. For your low lunge, sink even lower into that hip flexor, giving this beautiful stretch through the psoas muscle. Your hands can stay up to the sky, or you can place them either side of the front foot. If you're struggling with this pose, the closer the back knee is to the front heel, the easier this pose will be for your body. So depending on your flexibility level, you may want to just move your back knee a little closer to your front foot if needed. Start to straighten the front leg as much as you can without any pain. Make sure it's comfortable. Keeping your spine nice and straight. Let's just take a nice hamstring stretch here in our half split, half Hanumanasana pose. Rolling forward back to our low lunge. Tuck the back toes. From here, use the power of your legs to bring you back up into your high lunge. Squeeze your glutes. Now open your arms and your back foot so that the back foot's a 90-degree angle to the back of the mat and it's nice and straight. Front knee stays bent. You can give your wrists a little roll out here in your warrior two. And then go still and look beyond those left fingertips. Now start to straighten the front leg. Keep your hips nice and open. Taking that left hand to the thigh, to the shin, or all the way to the floor. Look up to the sky if you can. This right arm reaches towards the sky. And you'll feel a delicious stretch through the hip and the lower spine. And through the inner thigh of the front leg. Keep the breath deep. Now use the power of the legs to move yourself into Warrior Two, bending through the front leg. And have your hips squared, face them forwards, coming up off the back heel, back into your high lunge. Now place your hands either side of the foot for a runner's lunge and step back into a plank. Hug the belly button back, squeeze your glutes. Find that rock if you can. Then lower the knees. And we're taking our chaturanga, elbows close to the body, come all the way to the chest. Lift up for cobra. If you can, lift all the way up into a much higher cobra here. But be where you are, just breathe into this back bend. And then lower down. Finding 3 spinal waves. Inhale up, exhale down. One more. Now sit your bum back on your heels. And we're going to take some side body stretches. You can stay where you are, but I'll face you. So just stay up on the heels if possible and it's not too uncomfortable. Taking your left arm to the floor, take your right arm up to the sky. But try to aim to direct your chest towards the sky. Look up. Cradle your head with your right hand. And then take it over to the other side. Cradle your head with your left hand. And then come on up. Just swing your legs out in front of you. Have the toes facing the sky. Sit up straight through the spine if this is possible. See if your legs can be nice and straight and lift your knees up towards your thighs. So we're in staff pose. If this isn't possible, maybe lean back and just place your hands behind you if you can't sit up straight. But concentrate on lifting those knees and lifting the heels off the ground. Maybe you can close your eyes and we'll take 3 breaths. Inhale the hands to the sky, look up and start to fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Taking 3 breaths here in your fold. Roll yourself back up. Release the legs, bring the inner soles of the feet together. Allow your hips to fall open. You may just need to move your seats a little further away from each other. And when you find some comfort, either sit up tall or with your hands behind you if you can feel a stretch just like that. But if you can, maybe you can start to fold forwards or find a rocking motion if that feels good. Opening up through the hips a little bit here. If you have the flexibility, you may just want to place your hands on the ground, maybe rest the head. If not, stay seated, holding on to the feet or pressing your hands behind your spine. All right, everybody, come up, take a comfortable seat of your choice. We're just going to take a moment here just for complete silence before we end our class. So taking your comfortable seat, or you can lie down in Shavasana, tops of the palms, tops of the hands to the knees. Close your eyes, allow your shoulders to drop heavy. Just find a couple of neck rolls before we begin our meditation. Come back to center, finding total silence together, being in this moment, being present. When your thoughts start to drift, when thoughts come into your mind, acknowledge them. Don't judge them, let them be there, but don't feed them and then let them pass. Starting to deepen your inhales and your exhales. Just moving the fingers and then rotating the palms, keeping the eyes closed here. Inhale your hands to the sky, reach up and touch the palms. And then draw your hands to your heart center in prayer. Bow your head. Thank you for joining me today. Rest with the knowledge that this is all you need today. There's no need to do any more. Well done for being consistent. You can open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed this quick class. I hope it's something you can fit into any time of the day, maybe during a lunch break at work, maybe first thing in the morning, or maybe while a toddler naps, which is exactly what I do nowadays. My boy hardly naps ever now that he's 3, so it's just really finding those little snippets and moments of me time in the day to fit things in. So I hope that this has just helped you in that way, if you're a mum like me or just a very busy person with a very busy life. So take this lovely mindfulness that you feel right now with you throughout the day, as well as that practice that we did with the meditation of acknowledging thoughts but letting them go. Unless they're relevant to this very present moment, remember that it is just thoughts, it's not who you are, and you don't have to listen to them, you can allow them to pass. So until next time, everybody, namaste.